this whole thing is messed up. All right. Give me a second. Let me fix this. This might break everything, but we'll see. All right. It's still quiet. Still really quiet, which is not great. Okay. Well, I'm just going to turn it up on here then. I guess that'll be fine. I don't love doing it that way, but I guess it works. All right. So, we're playing more Night in the Woods. In case you haven't been paying attention, it is quite the thrilling tale of Halloween and mischief and fall and murder and friendship and love and lust and anger. It's also about a cat, so a lot going on there. Anyways, we do a quick recap of what's been going on thus far, just to get everyone up to speed. All right, so our name is... We are May. We are a cat with nightmare eyes. Very important. I don't know if it's important, but we had nightmare eyes. Anyways, our name is May. We live in the town of Possum Springs, which is like a small mining town in the mountains, I guess. They don't have a lot of, like, it's not like a big populous area. It's small town vibes. All right, so May went out and she started going to college a few years ago. That's a book for those who don't know what a book looks like. It's not because I'm bad at drawing. Book. All right, she went to college. Didn't work out, so she came back to Possum Springs. So she was there for like 2 years. She didn't enjoy it, so she came back. In town, we met so now we're back in town. We just got back. We didn't really go into detail on why it didn't work out. We just didn't want to go to college anymore. So in town, we met back up with some of our childhood friends. We got our boy, I don't know how to draw this. I don't know. It's not great. Undo that. It's a dog. It's like a wolf. It's not a wolf, looks like. I don't know. We got Greg. I'm just gonna write names now. Greg, Bea, and Angus. So we got back into town. We met back with some of our friends. They talked about what we did before. We're in a rock and roll band. We play the bass guitar, which is pretty cool. That is not how a guitar looks. Yeah, something like that. We play the bass guitar. We're pretty freaking sweet. Anyways, we've been playing a band, whatever, just hanging out. So that was the first couple days in the game. Then we go and have a spooky Hallow Fest. Yeah. We went to a festival where things got a little bit spooky. We witnessed a murder. We saw a child, I don't know, we'll say he's a cat, get killed by a ghost. Ooh, spooky. Stab. We saw a murder at the Halloween festival. We then decided to start investigating the murder. The cops are saying that it's not a murder, it's super normal, we're just messing up. But we don't believe them. So it's an eyeball. We're doing some investigating. We're looking for the ghost. After looking up some information at the local library, we realized the ghost name is Little Joe. That's what we found out. So now we started looking where Little Joe might be. We look in the graveyard. We look in the historical society. And we find out, all right, let's go see where the ghost went. We went back to the site of the murder. We didn't find anything about the ghost. And we went back to the site of the murder to see if we could glean any information on where the ghost went after the murder. And there, we saw the ghost. But the ghost was not really a ghost, but a person. Or, let's say, a group of people that look kind of like this. They just look like big cylinders with, like, a hat on. We don't know who they are. We just know that they basically look like a gang of these guys. Erg. And they're all in a group, and they're just doing murders. They were just literally killing a person. And then they see us, and they chased us off a cliff. And then we ended up in the bottom in a coma. So that's how the game has gone so far. We currently just woke up from a coma. And we're back on the case trying to figure out who these ruthless bad guys are who pushed me off a cliff and put me into a coma. Ugh. And we're trying to figure out who done it. And we're going to use our gang of friends, Greg, Bea, and Angus, to figure it out. Also, we might play more music. I don't know. That's my best shot at like wrapping up the story. Currently, we just woke up from a coma. We're trying to figure out who shot me or pushed me off a cliff. So that is where we're at. Hey, Whoopi, do I need rubber bands? I don't think so. Why would I need rubber bands? I mean, if you're offering, honestly, I can't remember the last time I used a rubber band. I think the only time I use rubber bands is to like tie up cables. I like to like wrap a rubber band around them instead of having them loosey-goosey. But I don't know. Do you have a surplus of... Oh, you mean like, not rubber bands. They use red thread. You're talking about like... Let me just pull it up. Yeah. You're talking about like this. Whoops. Talking about like this type action. Yeah, where you... I guess rubber bands would work, but if you try to take a rubber band and put any pressure on a thumbtack, it's going to rip right out of the wall. So I think that's why they use thread. You can still get it taut without just like snapping and ripping the rubber bands off. Also, this is Charlie Day is going to play Luigi in the new movie. Mario movie. All right. Whoop. Enough about Always Sunny. We're going to go back into gaming. We're going to try to wrap the game up today. Also, we're going to, this game got spookier, so we're going to upgrade the spooky level.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine.
7 spooky 9 me. That's where we're at now. Alright, let's figure out who murdered me. Alright, so we just woke up from a coma. We just woke up from a coma. God, I'm trying to get these sound settings correct. And, yeah. This is us now. We can't jump anymore. We're a slow-moving little cat. Seal your doom like Doom Eternal? Oh, from the song? I don't know. Where's Big S? Big Selmers? We started doing a poetry reading earlier. But I don't think we're gonna be walking around talking to anyone. We just woke up from a coma, so we're in pretty bad shape. Oh my god. Oh my god. May? Holy shit. It's May. It's me. You came back to life. I don't think she was dead. Pizza party! I'm feeling woozy. You should lay down. You can sleep in our bed. I feel weird about that. How about I sleep on the couch? Do I have to stop playing? No, I like the sound. It drowns out my anger. PG-13? Yeah, we curse in this game. Her mom said it's okay to keep her here. I'll drive her home later. So she just, like, wandered out of her house? Yeah, and all the way here. Jeez. Lucky she didn't pass out somewhere out there. My mom said I can stay here if that's okay with your mom. She said that my mom has to talk to your mom. Look, you tell your mom that I'm sleeping over at your house, and I'll tell my mom I'm sleeping over at my house. And then instead, we'll just go out and party instead. I sure hope she's alright. Mm-hmm. Both of you. Shh. No. What? It's less noisy. I don't know why they thought that was a way to do it. So how do you guys know this guy? We order pizza, what, twice a week? At least. From out on the highway now since Possibilities closed down. I thought you two were trying to save money. What? Don't police our lifestyle, Bea. Okay, well, just as long as we're sure the delivery guy is safe. I can spot him through the keyhole. If it's not him, we'll turn off the light. And I guess hide here until we die. Alright, Well, as long as there's a plan. Hello? Look who's awake. It's him. It's the pizza guy. Pizza's here. Hell yeah. Oh, nope. Pizza's not for me. That's how you know you're real sick. When pizza doesn't feel good, that's bad. So what happened? We called the cops. Your aunt and some guy fished you out of the woods. You were like in a coma. Did you die? Nah, I just took a very long nap. Nice. Yeah, nice. Oh, God. Stop eating it, May. I had this dream, or like a vision. Or I time traveled. I don't know. I'm like in and out of consciousness. Can you not eat? You should eat. I don't know if I can. Sorry, Mom. You scared us to death, honey. Sorry, Mom. We'll come pick you up. No, it's cool. I'm just gonna sleep here. Bea's there? Bea's here. Okay. I'll be back in the morning. Have Bea drive you home. I will. May? I love you. Give us a call if you need to come home. I will. Love you, Mom. Love you, sweetie. Why is there crust? I mean, I gotta assume someone eats it later. You want a brownie? Nah, I can't really eat right now. Like, I'd puke, but there isn't anything in there. So I'd, like, puke my actual guts out. Oh, right. You need your guts. For the moment, at least. I miss not being able to jump. It's very concerning. Greg, my man. He'll make me feel better. Dude, wild week, huh? You could say that. When we get out of this, I don't know if we're gonna get out of this. Well, even if we don't, and we're ghosts, we should hang out more. Deal. What even was that game? Werewolf, Shred the Gnar 3. Wow, I played this at Casey's house, like, years ago. I played it yesterday, at home. Cool. His name is Germ Warfare. That's that little crow boy's name. Not Demon Tower? Look, Angus is the Demon Tower main, not Germ Warfare. Can't hold that against him. They've got Wi-Fi. Nice. It's like we're a real place. At least within range. I even have a phone because of this place. It's the 1800s here. Hey, May? Yeah? I'm really glad you're not dead. Me too. Yeah. 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 Can we all hit the sack? Cool. I'll be right out. Bedtime. Bedtime. Hopefully in the morning I'll be able to jump around like a cat that I am. Hey kids, can we do lights out now? I'm gonna drop over. Yeah, dude. Sounds good. See you all tomorrow. You sure it's safe to leave? None of this got anything to do with me. No weirdos are following me around. Oh, right. See ya. Bye, Germ. If May died, would that influence the Fortnite shop? I doubt it. I would love to, I'm sure Fortnite is one step away from getting a May skin in Fortnite, though. Do you know why I beat down Andy Cullen 6 years ago? No. We weren't talking then, and I thought it'd be weird to bring it up now, and I was playing this video game. You were, like, dating ghosts or something? Okay. And I was really into it. Played it, like, 24/7. Until this one afternoon, and suddenly, like, something broke. Broke? It was just, like, pixels. The characters on the screen, I felt like I knew them. They weren't people anymore. They were just shapes. And their lines were just things someone had written. They never existed. They never had feelings. They never would exist either. And it felt so sad. Like I just lost these real people. And this whole thing we had, it was just me alone. And like that realization that dumped out on the screen into real life, went outside to the tree out front. I looked at it every day. It was like a friend outside the window. Now it was just a thing that was there. Growing and eating and just being there. Like all the stuff I'd felt about the tree was just in my head. And there was some guy walking by and he was just shapes. Just like this moving bulk of stuff. And I cried. Because nothing was there for me anymore. It was all just stuff. Stuff floating around in the universe. Wow. That's, And the next day was a softball game. And Andy was the pitcher and I was up. And he was just shapes too. Just lines someone had wrote. Like nothing in there. And I was so scared and angry, I don't know. Before I knew it, I was on top of him, smashing his face in with that bat. It's just shapes. Red shapes all over the grass. Oh my God, May. Have you talked to anyone about this? After it happened, they made me go to therapy with Dr. Hank. Oh God, he's the worst. And he made me start a journal. A journal? Yeah, he kind of just said it would help be able to get my thoughts down. Did it help? Kinda? Sorta? But since this whole thing happened, when I'm alone in a new place, it's just all shapes, like back at the softball game. I was doing fine at college for a while, but I couldn't make friends. I was just afraid of being outside or around people. And there was a statue of like the founder or something. A really shitty statue, all rusty metal. And it was just shapes, and he was pointing down at me, and I was so scared. I didn't leave my dorm room, I didn't eat, I didn't sleep. I downed cough syrup just to sleep. And finally I got up the courage to leave, and I came home where everything was fine. Where I knew everyone, and it wasn't just, I don't know, dead shapes watching me. Jeez. Something broke in my head, in my life. I don't mean to be like, whatever, but it sounds like you're suffering from some serious stuff. And like, I can help you find some help for it. Dr. Hank already tried. I think Dr. Hank should stick to family medicine and dentistry. And the half dozen other things he does. And maybe leave the mental health services to someone else. Like, there are such things as depression and anxiety and like, I don't know, what are you going through? It exists. I thought when I came home, I felt safe here, and everything made sense for a few days. And then this, and shh, it's gonna be okay. We'll figure this out. I'm so scared. I know, we're all scared, but we're gonna make it. You should get some sleep. Sleepy time. Whew. You feel like the city is gaslighting? I don't feel like anyone's gaslighting me. No one's telling me, like, shapes don't exist. Bye, guys. I love you. Oh, we're doing it on our own. The hole in the center of everything. Oh, we're going back? This isn't good. This is bad. Mate, you're so stupid. What's to stop them from shooting you again? There he is. Is this a dream? What are you? Are you actually a ghost? Or just some guy? What is this thing in my head? Are you doing this? Why is this happening to me? Talk. Fine, let's do this. Holy shit. Bea! Hulk Greg! Angus! Whoo! Ate him good. Boom. Get away from her, you piece of shit. You're outnumbered. Ugh, you shot me. And we can all use both of our arms. I will personally disassemble you. Whoa, jeez, Bea. Oh. Got him. That's what friends do. You okay? You were such an idiot. What were you thinking coming here alone? I had a dream. You were all dead. Out here in the woods. It was because of me. Oh, you had a dream? Is that how we're making decisions now? After all that's happened? Yeah. Hey, kiddo. We're out here. Outside your head. Whatever's going on in there, I believe you. but I'm not gonna let you wander off into the woods to die. Okay, we're all in this now, and even if I weren't, I'd still be out here with you. Me too, obviously. Clearly we all would be. Listen, I'm all my family my dad has left. I for damn sure am not dying out here. And God, you're the closest thing I have to a sister. I don't want to be gone, so you're not dying either. That sounds okay. By me. Well, he's wounded. Sounded like he went back to the mine. Yeah, what do we do? Follow him, I guess. Oh, apparently I only can go alone. They're gonna say no, right? Anyway. Yeah, anyway. If he's up by the mine, we should be able to corner him and tie him up? Or something. Can you walk, May? I think so. Might be a little slow. I'll help you if you need it. Thanks, big guy. Alright, let's go do something really stupid. Let's go harass a ghost. Gates open. Oh, jeez. What? We could, like, block it or shut it or something. Oh, dang. You're right. No. I have to go down there. Well then. Looks like all of his friends are gone. Just one guy? Just one guy. Just one something. Bang, bang. Whew. Whew, it's spooky down here. Well, this isn't dangerous or anything. Nothing to be scared of down here, just a party. Haha. Not too late to throw ourselves into traffic instead. The only light we have is Bea's, like, fake cigarette she's carrying around. Ooh, a lever. I'ma press the lever. Oh, or not. Looks like he took the elevator down. So much for the element of surprise. He's gonna hear us coming a mile away. We sure we wanna do this? Yeah, May, are you sure? Guys, I don't know if you understand. He's in my head. I can't function like this. Everything is dying or dead already. I don't know what's gonna happen down there. Okay then. We'll come out of this together. Things are happening. Oof, that thing looks old. They haven't used this mine in like a lot of years. Generations even. Are you our tour guide now? Ooh, into the spooky elevator. Let's go mining. What if this game just turns into Minecraft? They just like pivot entirely, it just becomes a Minecraft opening. We have Possum Springs tourism pamphlets at the shop, and I get bored. This is in the brochure? Now what's down there? That's a good question. Well, here we are. Hey, are you okay? I have my inhaler. No, I'm fine. It's just like something huge is on top of me. I mean, technically, you're not wrong. Is it like asthma? That's how asthma is. It's not asthma, big guy. But thanks. Shh. I heard something. Down there. You're gonna be okay, May? Yeah, I'm alright. We should be quiet. Yeah, gotta save up for the screaming later. You want context? I mean, basically we saw a murderer while back. We followed the murderer back to this area. We saw a whole group of them murdering a different guy. Then we got run off a cliff, went into a coma, and then we came back to investigate, and now we went into the mines where that person was. You can't say there's something big on top of me without context. I think it's a mental on top of me. I don't think it's, nothing physically is on top of May. I think she means like there's a heavy, like, emotional weight on top of her that she's dealing with. Ooh. Are we like, is that the cave or are we like walking in space? Door. Tunnel. Whatever. Here we go. Alright, let's figure out who is at the end of this bleak mine shaft. Who is the murderer? Ah, jeez. What is this place? Looks like a church or something. And like junk. Oh god. Oh god. What is it? It's here. It's here. Oh god. What is it? I don't know, but it's here. It's through there. You guys see the pentagram on the wall? That's just a normal star. Actually, it's an upside down star. That's a pentagram, right? I can't open my journal, but there it is. Alright, let's go figure out what's been messing with my head for the past 2 weeks or so. It's getting very dark. Why did we not bring a single flashlight into a mine shaft? I know you're in here. Say something. Well, how about this? Take a couple more steps forward. Oh, take a couple more steps forward if you want to die. Show yourself. Yeah, asshole. We were like 5 times scarier than you. Oh. Oh, there sure are a lot of them. Oh, geez, Rick. There they are. There they are, right there. I'm gonna kill them. Edie, you will do no such thing. It's out of your hands now. He shot me. Then I'd say we're even. Little girl got shot the other night. Yeah, sorry about that. You're apologizing? It was a bad call. I'm sorry. It's okay? You didn't actually hit me, so wait, what? Who are you? Bunch of old boys doing their damnedest to protect their own and their neighbors. Then why are you trying to kill me? Kill you? Nobody's gonna kill you. All of you are part of this town, by family relation or just by hard workers. Contributors. Okay. So could we just, like, leave? Well, he brought you down here for a reason. And he's not gonna let you leave until he's had his say. Well, he's already got an arrow through the shoulder. I don't think he's gonna be having much to say in whatever. Wait, so you think that Edie? He kidnapped that kid at Harfest. He's been in my head somehow. I'm always tired, constant headaches. He's been following me, following all of us. Oh, little girl. You don't know what this is, do you? What? Oh, God. I've seen this. Or I felt this. Was Ed Scudder and Jim Dory who found it. 20 years back or so. After the West Mine closed out past Brittle. Vess Schumacher, last supervisor, was out here when the company locked off the entrance. Carved his initials and date in the door. Then he got this mine, the old one. Not even a proper mine, just a big hole, copper. Abandoned, shoot, long before any of us were born. To close to water. And the water was poisoned. When the first settlers came here, that old spring used to be right above where we're standing. But that water dried up. 1992 or so when men from the West Mine came back here to try bootlegging. Practically built a new elevator, got the main tunnel cleared. Never found no coal, just dug deeper and deeper. Till Ed bursts through and finds this place. And Jim walks right in that hole. And never hits bottom. Ed calls to Jim. Jim don't answer. But someone else does. I know you heard that voice, girl. In dreams and in waking times. So what's brought you down here? What is this? The black goat. Not even black like the color. Black like the space between the stars. He's down here, in that hole. Looking up at us right now. He don't talk to you. He sings. What? Why would you just do something a hole in a cave told you to do? You gotta understand. In those days, it was the end of the world. Jobs gone, our kids were leaving. Government didn't care, only wanted our votes. Just putting in more regulations, sending our jobs overseas, spending our taxes on lazy people and immigrants, while we worked ourselves to death. Ugh, here we go. Goddamn, I hate this crap. You old dipshits. You finished? Yeah, I guess. We prayed and prayed up at the church, but when Ed Scudder came back down here and listened, he got answers back. Answers? Ed explained it to a few folks, and they didn't believe it. But he was persuasive. He had the glimmer. The glimmer? Once he takes a shine into you, it rubs off on you. You can do things. I'd never seen it, but they said Ed could walk through walls. Okay. After Ed talked us all into this, after that first time after he picked one, well, not only was the town holding stable, but it was almost like we were getting younger and money coming back. Still, a few of us left from back then. Picked? First one was Tom Turner, who believed me was a bastard. Just pure trash. We got him down here, and in the hole he went. Okay, so now we're doing human sacrifices. Super cool, very cult-like, really appreciate it, but it's for the good of the town, I guess. Whew, I'm gonna need to read the lore in this because I missed too much. We're all learning together. This is a secret organization that appears to be operating from the mines that is sacrificing people in town to this demigod deep in this pit in return for making the town a better place. Either bringing jobs back, bringing money into the town, and they also seem to get younger. Seem pretty messed up over time. Next week, flowers blooming all over the hills. You throw him in the hole? They're feeding him. He's hungry like you wouldn't believe. Every few months or so, he starts singing, and it's someone's turn to find someone. Was that what you were doing the other night? No. What happened the other night was a shame. One of our number broke the rules and had to pay up. That was a hard thing to do. I think I'm gonna be sick. We never pick no one who's gonna be missed. That's the solid rule. Drifters, drunks, and delinquents. You've been... Oh God, oh no. How many people die down here? Oh, I'd say 36, give or take. 39. And I'm the only one keeping the steady count? I do now. Early on, I thought we all wanted to forget. I still got a feeling heart. It still hurts. Yeah, that dirtbag kid from the spring. See, Casey. The Hartley kid? All he was gonna contribute to society? Kept a bunch of kids growing up with no dad. Was a rap sheet a mile long before whatever sad end he'd wind up at. We did him a favor. You killed Casey? Oh my God. We don't use that word. You know he was taking up business with his cousin, right? You know what happened to his cousin? Burned alive when the little trailer lab exploded. They had to wear hazmat suits when they cleaned him up. That's where Casey was headed. You killed Casey! And you want to act like we didn't do this whole town a favor? Oh God, Casey's been down here the whole time. His parents put up posters. Maybe they should have cared more about him before it came to this. Which one of you did it? Greg. He was my friend. All right now, drop it or I'll shoot. Haha. What if I get you first? Bolt sticking right out of your eye. Bang. Bang. You brought guns down here? Dangerous this far out in the woods at night. Basic safety. I... Throw it down, son. Don't make this our time. Greg. Dang it. You're monsters. None of this is happening. We are not monsters. We do it because we love our home. As long as we keep doing this, Possum Springs survives. Things can get better. These mines are gonna be humming again someday. Old mines puffing smoke. You kids don't understand that. We lost what the world was built around. Used to be you provided for a family, bought a house. Now you're stocking shelves at a grocery store. Kids leaving more than they're staying. No opportunity here. Old people dying, houses left empty. You ever seen that? A home became tumbled in pile of wood and plaster. A job became burnt out brick box or a hole in the ground. But we can change that. We can put this place back together, where it won't just be shapes. I'm gonna die down here. Why are you telling us all this? Because we're getting old. And even with the fringe benefit of good health, we need new blood to carry on when we're gone. Really? You're like pitching this on us? Were any of you even miners back in the day? Any of you hurting now, like financially? Or is this just some big costume party murder club for someone's shitty boss who's afraid of dying? That don't matter. It does. This is real bad. This is insane. Why should we help you? Because if no one is here to do this, you remember that flood a few years back? You remember the blizzard of 2010? That's what happens. And beyond that, the jobs never came back. The kids never came back. Everything crumbles. Possum Springs bleeds to death. And soon we'll all be dead. And this town will just be fields and trees. I've seen it. I know you have. I'll understand if you need some time to think it over. So we can leave? No one's gonna stop you. But understand that you don't know who we are out there. But we know who you all are. Ain't fair they get to leave and I probably get permanent damage. Shut it, Edie. You don't know a thing about what he wants, what he is. Edie, I swear to God. Let's go. Yeah, let's seriously get out of here. Son, you can leave that crossbow. What? Why? Well, I could bullshit you, but the truth is I just don't trust you. Fine, whatever, it's a piece of shit anyway. Heh. I can't move you guys. I'll carry you. Wow. Lots to unpack there. Whew. I have no idea what to even think about any of this. It's just horror. That's not a word you get to use too often. It's all I've got left. Like everything else in my head is gone. Let's get out of here, fast. I don't know if I... Shh. Talk later. Old stuff in here. I'm gonna put you down for a second, okay? Okay. So, Casey. Yeah. Yeah. And for what? I think I get it. Wow, really? Too tired to explain it right now, but, like, they lost what they thought was going to happen. Which was what happened a long time ago. Or how they remember or, like, picture it. And things it gave them. And so Casey and that kid at Harfest, and... Sorry, I lost it. That's more sense than I can make of it. They're sad. It's all really sad. You ready to go again, Angus? Yep, sorry. Wait, everyone shut up. What? Shh, I thought I... They got me! They got me! Save me, friends! Save me, friends! Kick him! Punch him! Break his neck! Oh my god! Let's get out of here! Run! Holy shit!
Is everyone okay?
May, are you okay? May, say something! May? Oh, it's okay. It's okay, I've got you. He's gone now. Shit, how are we gonna get out of here? Shh, give her a minute.
I feel air coming out from somewhere. So we're not gonna suffocate.
Okay, well that's a relief. How do you...
I was a scout, Greg. I was a scout.
Hey Angus,
Yeah?
I love you. Aww. Welcome back, May. You okay? Better now, now that I almost got murdered. Again. Which is weird. That was like the third time in 2 days? Third time's the charm.
Guys, the air's coming from back here.
Alright, I'm up. You sure? Yeah, I think I can walk at least.
It's boarded up long time ago.
Can we get through?
Let's find out.
Let's get out of here. Teamwork!
Yep, that's some fresh air, all right. And water.
Dude, that's amazing. You can smell water?
Hopefully it's not a river. Cave rivers are death traps.
Mine river, we're in a mine.
Right.
All right. So we just met up with... Okay, let's unpack some stuff while we got a second. So we went into the mine to chase after the person who tried to murder us before. We found out that there actually is basically a cult that does human sacrifices in exchange for benefits to the town, and has been sacrificing members of the community who have little to no value in their eyes into this hole for some spirit or god they have a connection with. And they say if they don't do it, then we're going to have a flood or a blizzard and the town's going to be in a really bad shape. So they keep doing it to fend off this evil. So Casey was a friend of ours in high school that ended up going missing, and apparently between high school and now, he got messed up in some, what sounded like some drug business with his cousin, and the cult deemed that enough evidence to sacrifice him to their god. So they threw him down a well, and his parents have now been searching for him for like the past month, but they're never gonna find him because he's in the bottom of a well. And now they said that basically they gave us the opportunity to join their cult, and they said they wouldn't kill us. And so we tried to leave, and one of the ghost members, who we probably shot with the crossbow, came back and tried to get May, and we fended him off and chopped his head off using an elevator. Whew. Casual Tuesday, exactly. Just your standard run-of-the-mill Tuesday evening. I can see the bottom. I don't think we're gonna die in the 1 foot of water.
Right.
Let's go swimming. You know, my dreams I was able to walk on water. Looks like that's not the case right now. May! She was wrong. We died in a foot of water. I know what you are now. I think I knew before, but, you know, after I sent that kid to the hospital years ago, they said I had an anger problem, but that's not true. I was angry because of something else, something I'd lost. Trying so hard since not to be angry. Got me all defenseless, and I lost more and more and more. That's not getting better. I want to be angry. When I ran home from college, on the bus, I had this dream. Or maybe I saw it in the window. Last leaf on the tree, finally blown off. I'm so scared all the time, and the fear hurts. Feeling like everything is over. was over long before I got here. So long, hiding. We're trying to outrun this. I get it. This won't stop until I die. But when I die, I want it to hurt. When my friends leave, when I have to let go, when this entire town is wiped off the map, I want it to hurt bad. I want to lose. I want to get beaten up. I want to hold on until I'm thrown off and everything ends. And you know what? Until that happens, I want to hope again. I want it to hurt because that means it meant something. It means I am something at least. Pretty amazing to be something at least. You know I can't understand you, right? Oh, shut up already. I know this won't save me in the end, but I don't need it to save me anymore. I just need it to save me now. So if you're gonna kill me right here, then do it. If not... Meh. Dude, are you okay? Whoa. You got all sleepwalky there for a second.
You want me to carry you?
No, I think I'm good. I'm just very, very tired.
Hang in there for a bit if you need to.
We're safe. Uh-huh.
Hey, there's light over here.
Did you smell that? I bet he did. Okay, so that we met the weird black goat thing. The evil antichrist that owns the town. That felt good. And we stood up to him. We're not afraid anymore. What is this? Might be a vent or something. Keep the miners from suffocating way back when. Looks old enough at least. Brochure. Hello? We're down here. Don't ask us why, please.
Could get lucky and someone's out in the woods at night.
I can try to make it out.
No, I can like... Okay, yeah. Are you up for this?
Yeah. I'm like all hyper now. Like dolphins.
Hyper like dolphins?
No, like when your body isn't like, I don't know, whoa, like I almost died. And you get all hyper because you're filled with dolphins. Okay, I'm seriously confused. Are you okay, May?
Endorphins.
Ah, okay. There, thank you, those. Oh, okay, well, ride those dolphins up out of here. Ah, that's assuming I can even do this.
We'll watch.
Okay. I think adrenaline is an endorphin. If I had to guess. I don't know, I'm not a biology guy. Look at me, go! We're getting out of this mine. God, I'm good at jumping. It's a hormone? Well, what's a hormone? We did it! Now what? This place. Huh. Hey, May! Germ? Endorphins are chemicals your body releases when it feels pain or stress. Okay. So endorphin is a hormone, or a hormone is an endorphin? Which one's like the parent in that relationship? Like a rectangle, a square is a type of rectangle, but a rectangle isn't a type of square. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What are you doing out here? I live right up the hill. I heard Greg yelling. We're all stuck down there. You were at the bottom of the well in my backyard? It's been a really bad night. Sounds like it. Got any rope or anything? Okay, so they're a type of hormone. Got it. Yeah. Hormone is the parent. Can you go get the rope? Way to go, Germ. Hey, May. Yeah? Was that Germ? Yeah, he's getting some rope. What is he doing out here? He lives here. In the woods? 2,000 more points, we're getting there. My entire body hurts. That was a long way. I brought some sodas. You're the best, Germ. You need the sugar and caffeine. Ugh, anyone else want to get far away from this well? Yeah. Germ, can you, like, I don't know, seal up this well?
I got dynamite.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I can go get some.
How big an explosion is that?
I mean, not small?
Okay, that works. Thanks, Germ.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
Okay. Bye, guys.
How big is sizable? Like, how many ounces is a sizable Coke compared to a non-sizable Coke? There goes a weird guy. He saved our lives. Germ is good. Germ is a good guy. Comically large. Like, you could swim in it. Like a bathtub of Coke. It strikes me that we just murdered all those dudes down there. How do you figure? Well, I mean, the elevator's broken and we caused a cave-in. That was self-defense, I guess, but we did cause the death of like a dozen guys. No, they're all still alive down there. Oh God. Yeah. Jeez. Well, we're blameless. They attacked us. One of them attacked us. So we're worrying about, like, it's morally gray. We're not murderers. Like, if we had a choice, we wouldn't have done it.
I would have.
Damn, Angus. What a guy. He knows what's up.
What? They, like, killed people. They were trying to get us to kill people. Screw them. I don't even believe in hell, and I hope they go straight there.
Jeez, Angus.
Well, that's what I think, at least.
This is like that trolley thing. What trolley thing? Okay, I'll explain it if we keep walking. They're talking about the trolley problem where you have... In this scenario, you basically have a row of, like, I don't know, 10 people tied up on a trolley. Like, on of train tracks. And then on the other side, you have, like, one person tied to the train tracks. The train is coming. You can't stop the train. It's going to hit someone. You have to choose whether you go over 10 people or one person. So at first, it's like, all right, well, you're going to choose the thing that does the least amount of damage. So you'd say, like, all right, I want to run over the one person because that is less than 10. We're doing the best we can. However, then so that's called, what, Kantian ethics? You do the best for the majority of people. Then you kind of throw in, all right, what if the one person is your mom and the 10 people you have no idea? And you'd be like, well, that's a harder decision. But then you're like, all right, what if the 10 people are on death row? And you kind of basically change up the scenario until you get to a point where you're like, yeah, I have no idea what the correct choice is. It's where it's all this morally gray questions. Hey, guys, are you there? Anyone? Okay, I'm gonna type anyway. Hard for me to say anything smart about what the hell even just happened. Easier for me to get it all out here. And I need to talk, even if you jerks are off doing whatever. None of us asked for any of this. And it didn't happen to us because we're like special. You can work as hard as you want, but the universe is gonna keep doing what it does. And I don't think any of us deserved any of this. This is all stuff that started long before we were born. It's like moving so fast and you're dropped into it. And you're just trying to grab on to something. All of you are what kept me from floating off tonight. Also, you kind of killed that guy to save me, so that was pretty cool. Don't think I didn't appreciate that. LOL. I don't know if I'm ever gonna understand what all just happened. I hope it stopped. I just feel right now like all I want to do is wrap my arms around all of you. Not just because I love you, but to keep you all together with me. Wrap up into a ball, and no one can hurt us. Sorry, I'm rambling. Germ, buddy. Germ, you didn't even use Messenger. I guess I'm just typing this to wherever you're at. Bae, you're definitely something. I'm so sorry about all we've gone through. I don't understand all of your problems, but if I could, I'd fix them. I'd fix all of them. And I'd buy the tools to do it from your store. Or like borrow them at least. A better friend would buy, but I'm what you got. And I'm glad. Yep, there it is. Now I'm just gonna erase all of that. Oh shit. Guys, I was just kidding about a lot of that. I'm really tired. I don't know what I'm saying. Log off, May. Log off. Whew. Is that the end of the game? No, there's more game to be played. What happened to those people? Who were those people? They obviously live in town. So we'll probably notice that, you know, people are missing. Like there's an epilogue. Apparently that is the end. May, honey, is that you? Yeah. I'm back in the kitchen if you want to talk. Let's go see what the town is like now. Hey, sweetie. Hey, Mom. How are you feeling? Good enough to jump up here. Can you do me a favor and stay home tonight? Why? You're an adult, and you do whatever you want, but you do live here, and you are still my baby. Aw, Mom. We need to come up with some ground rules. Just because, honey, you could have died the other night, and then you just left to hang out with your friends? I'm so sorry, Mom. Sweetie, what's going on with you? I had a really tough year. Hun, you've had a tough week. We all have. Yeah, but what happened at school, hun? I don't care what it is. Just please tell me. Are you working today? No, me and your father are both off today. I'll be around tonight. We can talk about it then. Sure. We can make breakfast or dinner like we used to. And Dad can put pancakes in the air. Haha, sure. Are you going out tonight? Yeah. Can you please stay in town, just close? Yeah, Mom. I think they're getting some of the longest night decorations out. Oh, wow. Calling for some snow, too. That went fast. What did? The fall. Always does, hun. Okay, well, I'm off. I love you, sweetie. I love you too, Mom. So apparently it's like winter now. Fall's over. We're into the new season. Hey, Dad. No work today?
I told Bob to shove it.
Really?
No.
You okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine. Not gonna sugarcoat it. I hate my job.
Aw, Dad, why?
I've mined, I've made glass, I've done heaps of other stuff. But this place, they just don't respect you for working.
They don't?
Job's supposed to pay you enough to live. Job's supposed to let you provide for your family.
Job's supposed to have regular hours. Boss is supposed to respect you. Worker's supposed to be able to talk. Worker's supposed to be able to have a life. Worker's supposed to be able to live. Your mom always had to work, but I wanted to give you and her your time. I wanted her to have hobbies and enough time and money to do them. That's what made me happy. Now it just works so we can keep our health insurance and hold on to the house. Try to, at least. Is there anything I can do to help?
I mean, we do need a union.
It's just easier to say it than get it done. Unions were always there in the mines and the factory, at least for a while, but here, listen, I'm gonna be around tonight for dinner. Wow, what's the occasion? Well, Mom said we can make breakfast for dinner. Oh, sounds good. I was gonna talk about some stuff.
Okay.
Maybe we can talk about your stuff too. Just one big stuff session.
That sounds great, kitten.
Love you, Dad. Be back later. Are they still doing construction over here? They're not! There's a whole new side of town we haven't visited yet. So what's over here? Farming. I could farm. If I stay in town long enough, I could see getting into farm life. Ooh. Bridges freezes after road. So what's over here? Welcome to Possum Springs. You're not lost, you're here. Wonder if we'll ever be as booming town again. Those guys last night were like deluded. But it had been really nice if there was a god, I might ask. But I think they'd had to fight the other gods that bled this place nearly to death. I'm like proud of us all for having good ass lives in this shitty, stupid, good ass town. Here's to you, Possum Springs. Here's to survival. Interesting. Alright, so that's the route out of town. Wow. So that's it? That's all that was over here? I feel kind of left out. Also, where's Donut Wolf? Isn't that supposed to be a restaurant we can go to? That's what my screensaver is. I would love a donut. We talked about it like 4 times. Aunt Molly! Hey, what are you doing here? Well, I'm working, May. Sure. What's wrong? Don't ask. A lot of weird calls this morning. Oh. Question. You haven't seen... Never mind. Go do whatever it is you do. Okay, fine, I will. May. Spit it out already. Be careful. Just be careful. Well, geez, until now I never considered that. May. Okay, fine, thanks, bye. Bye, Aunt Molly. Big ass, Big Selmers. Hey, May. Sup, Selmers? You okay? After the whole, like, head injury thing? Yeah, I'm alright. Headache is all. I got some migraine meds if you need it. Nah, it's not a migraine. There's things that make people have to go pee. It's the caffeine. If you ever take pills that make you pee, it's the caffeine. I didn't know that. Used to work at the pharmacy. Oh, yeah, right. Well, if I ever have a headache or need to pee, I'll come by. Anytime, neighbor. Big ass, Big Selmies. Well, that doesn't really answer the question, Colleen. That very much does answer the question. The amount of rock salt isn't the problem. We don't have enough damn trucks for this. Cars slip sliding all up and down this goddamn hill, Colleen. Half tempted to just close this road when the storm hits. Oh yeah, good, let's just give up. It's not giving up, Colleen. I'm sick of you undermining me. It's a bad idea, that's not undermining. It's undermining. I'm on Colleen's side on this one. Well, that's just great. Just peachy pie, ain't it? Okay, fine, we'll just close the roads. Let's close down the whole damn town. Our ideas are always the most important. And the most thought out. What the? You gonna do another water balloon toss? I nearly froze to death last time. I still have the sniffles. I think we can all agree it's too cold for water balloons. Yeah, Kathleen, too cold for another stupid idea. Go to hell, Colleen.
We could just hire some private plows.
If you want to go ahead and go against the DOT union, go right ahead. We got agreements with the county and the state. Colleen's right on this one. If you two agree so much, why don't you just get married already? Ugh. I'd rather die. I'd rather break my own femurs with a cinder block. Alright, well now that's settled, what are we gonna do about the road? I guess it's getting icy. Where am I going? I'm just kind of exploring. Let's go see what Big Beowulf is doing. There's so many doors we weren't able to go in. Oh, janitor guy. Hey, it's you. Yep. For now, at least. You know, I never got your name. I'm the janitor. I clean up, I do the fix-its, whatever needs to be done. Oh, okay. So, what's it been like being home again? Things like you remembered them? Kinda. I don't know. I don't even remember today. Sounds like you've been through something. How did you know? Call it experience. I swear some mornings I feel every bit as old as these trees. You know, something big did happen. And I feel like I should have been woken up today. And like, have learned something. But I just don't know if I learned anything, really. Well, in my experience, the big things don't teach you anything. But they make you something. And sometimes you gotta wait a while to see what came out of it. Huh. Well, done an honest day's work. Quitting time. Smelter's game tonight. See you around, janitor. Not if I see you first, May. Haha. Bye, janitor. Still think that he's God. Wait, how did you know my name? Janitor, Mr. Janitor, Lord Janitor, Bob Janitor. Thought I could get a job as a janitor and really enjoy it. Ooh, a lizard man. Well, fall sure is ending. Sure looks that way. I've never seen you around here before. Oh, I spend a lot of time indoors, but it's nice to take a break. And I like the cold. It's brisk today. Brisk. Sometimes I stand in the cold with my arms out and let a gust of wind pass over me. Chills me out a bit. Like this? Yeah. Is it working? Yeah. It's cold. Maybe too cold. Yeah, you don't want to be doing it for too long. But then you can go out and get a coffee or a hot chocolate or something. The endless cycle of life. It's cozy. The endless cozy cycle of life. Jeez. I haven't thought about how cold it was getting until you mentioned it. It's snowing. I know. Sorry. You don't have to apologize. I'm from Canada. I have to apologize, eh? I'm gonna put my arms down now. That's probably a good idea, eh? The blood's all ran out of my arms. Okay. Numb arms. 2? Is that like 2? Or like also? This is an error so bad even I wouldn't make it. Angus isn't here. Where are my friends at? Also, Possibilities is gone, but look at this place. Taco Buck is here. A taco place! This is the best thing that's ever happened in this town since they got rid of all those steaks in the diner. The owners were religious, and they called it a preacher from one of those holiness camps up the hills. And he got in there and yelled at the snakes to leave. The next day after he died, they just set traps. Nobody knows where they came from or why they moved in, but they're long gone now. God, life moves fast, huh? Oh my God, they deliver! I'm gonna eat the shit out of some tacos. They're hiring! So you're a taco dude now. I mean, I was hired to be a taco artisan, but I guess that means holding the sign out in the snow. It's not really snowing that hard. It's snowing. There's snow in the sky. Falling. How are the tacos here? Good. I like tacos. There's not one person on God's earth who doesn't love tacos. Bad news. My ex hates tacos. Good news. They're now your ex. Have fun with the tacos. Let's see if Greg's here. Greg's always at the Snack Falcon. Greg is here. Well, look who's alive and well. Is that a surprise? Nah. Just seems like relevant. Well, look who's alive and well to look who's live and well to you too. Yeah. Yeah. You want to get out of here? Do band practice? Yeah. Band practice. Final song. Probably. Oh, no one's here. God, this door just does not like to open. Bet it's worse in the summer. So did you all get keys to the back door? Greg got one and we made copies. How did he even get a key? I have no idea. Where's Greg? Oh yeah, he had to spring Angus from work. What does that even mean? Zero clue. Huh. I'm a little unclear about how both of them still have jobs, since they seem to just up and leave work early a lot. There's a lot about those two I don't understand. I think they just plain need each other. Greg more than Angus, I think. I don't think Angus would agree. That's because it wouldn't occur to Angus to think otherwise. Because Angus is extremely a nice person. Greg's a nice person? Oh yeah, no, he definitely is. But he's also bratty and irresponsible. And has like zero attention span. Greg needs a parent as much as he needs a boyfriend. And he's really lucky Angus is a little bit of both. Jeez, you really thought this out. Before you came back, they were like the only people I hung out with most of the time. I've had a lot of time to study. So like, how are you? I'm a good. Really? I feel like right now I could convince myself I was fine or completely shattered. Just like stuck in neutral. You? Not great. Had a dream the world is ending? Might be. Do you think we're safe? No idea. Great feeling. Yep. So like, I'm a little confused about what even happened last night. Well, there's apparently a death cult of dads, or was a death cult. Who knows if it was all of them? I can't believe they even exist, or existed. Probably take them a few days to die. Yeah. I don't know, I kind of understand them in a way.
Really?
It's like a porch light that's on, and there are all these bugs around it, and the light goes out, and there's a hole where the light was. It's like what happened to me way back. Like I was telling you on the couch last night. Holy crap, that was last night. Seems like 2 lifetimes ago. Huh. The world is extremely bad. Yeah, it is. Weird question. How do you, like, get up every day and go open the store and keep doing it? I don't really have a choice, do I? I mean, you definitely have a choice. You don't have to give yourself enough credit. You keep all this running because you care. I guess. Caring doesn't always seem to be voluntary. Caring can be really terrifying. I feel like it's always there, right out of sight, following me. I can't not give a shit. I mean, I do the store, and our bills at home, stuff in the Chamber of Commerce. I'm doing free study courses online, and I'm a member of the Young Socialists. I sleep a lot, and sometimes eat pizza. To each according to their own ability. Well, on the bright side, you got me. Ha, yeah. We can fix the world together. Yep, fix it right up. We fixed that furnace. I fixed that furnace. Well, I fixed us getting trapped in the basement. You sure did, May. You sure did. Ugh, I guess last night wasn't so weird. It was pretty weird. Old men killing the youngs and the poors to get back some past that barely existed. Same old, same old. They're like ghosts in the same old mansion, killing the new owners. Makes you want to either give up or try harder. Or get really upset and take a nap. Yeah, naps fix everything. Or like drop an elevator on them. That works too, I guess. So, how good is your car? Good how? Like, can it drive real far? May, do you know anything about... Wait, what? We should, like, do a road trip. To where? Out west. It gets all flat. That it does. We can go where it's really flat. And they sell barbecue. I think barbecue is south. Not all of it. It's everywhere, BBQ. All different kinds. Dry, wet, ultra. I could... Okay, let's talk about it next year. I'll start planning it now. I thought you couldn't leave home because of your, issue? Ugh, you're home enough. I mean, if we're trapped here together, we might as well be trapped out there together. I mean, if we're not dead by then, LOL. You have a way of making Doom sound like a lot of fun, Mayday. That actually is kind of a gift. God damn this door.
I think God already has.
There they are. Angus.
Hey guys.
Greg. Sup, nerds?
Psh, it's you the nerds.
What?
Jeez, we've never been so insulted.
Take it right back, dork. Fat chance. Hey, Greg, so I didn't really know Casey. Yeah. I just wanted to say I'm really sorry. Yeah, thanks. Casey was a good one. Casey was good. Should we, like, tell his parents? No. I mean, tell him what? Ugh, okay, yeah. Good point.
So, like, what do we do?
About Casey?
No, like, in general.
Can we think about it tomorrow? Can we just play a song and get a pizza? I don't think song and pizza is an answer, really. Can we just be normal for, like, one day? I don't know how today can possibly feel normal. When I was down there last night, I, like, made the decision not to die. Or at least not to die without a fight. And the thing down there told me nothing would save me forever. Wait, was it like talking to you? It's been talking to me for a long time. I just didn't know what it was. But anyway, like, something is gonna save us forever. But a lot of things can save us today.
That's really pretty, May.
Thanks, I totally made it up. Like, right on the spot, last night. I said it before, you're good with Doom. Doom, 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 doom. So anyways, song and pizza. We've earned it by still being alive for another day. That's a decent reason. Decent.
Decent.
Let's jam, baby. That's the game! Damn! Whew. That was a fun trip. I had a good time. I thought they did a really good job. I thought the dialogue was pretty clever. Like, it didn't feel like most video games where it's almost like a movie where people talk weird. The dialogue felt really natural for the characters, which I really enjoyed. And the game got real dark, but also not too dark. And it was interesting. Like, every part along the way, like, I wanted to find out what's been happening. And we did. We got enough answers to satisfy me, but not enough to, like, limit the possibilities of what was going on. Like, are there more cult members in town? What is May and Angus and Bea and Greg gonna do? Are they gonna keep living in town? Are they gonna move out? I don't know. What now? I have no idea. I thought there's more to the game. So I don't really have any more plans. I don't own Garfield Kart. We're not playing Garfield Kart. Let's see if there's any, like, post-credit scene. Overall, for the game, for what it is, I give it, like, a 9 out of 10. And no, I think the game was paced pretty well. Like, I never felt like I was doing random stuff for no reason. I thought all the side stories with the characters were really fun. I liked hanging out with, like, Greg and Bea. Like, all their side adventures I thought were really good. We got to go fix a furnace. We got to go shoot things with a crossbow. All the mini games really added a little bit of, like, depth to it. Made you feel like you were contributing more than just pressing X in dialogue. More than anything else, I thought it was a pretty good story. I think the town felt almost real with all the characters in it. They did a really good job. I really wouldn't change anything. I think it was, like, dark and twisted enough to be, like, spooky scary, but also, like, not so intense that it was gonna, like, give you nightmares and get a little bit too intense. And I think the art style was just beautiful. Every scene in this thing just looked great. Like, it just felt like a really good thing to look at. Tomorrow's Luigi's Mansion. Yeah, I'll play through the whole original game. Hi, Mr. Shark. That's what God is, by the way. That person right there. That's God. Rip Casey. Oh, we can look through our journal. All right, let's go to the start. Oh, I put a lot of stuff in here. All right, we started saying Rip Granddad. He liked ghost stories. Your parents forgot you. That was when I was left at the bus station and had to, like, climb through the park to get home. There's Mom and Dad's. There's town. Oh, these are my dreams, I think? Thought, Aunt Mall Cop is planning to kill me. Yeah, we never really found out. She still seems to know a lot more about what's going on in town than she was giving out. Greg rules. Yeah, he's got his knife on him. Hell yeah. Beyblade. Die Anywhere Else. Weird Autumn. Oh, these are songs I played. Okay. Greg's Pizza Scale. Basically, pizza's good all the time. Greg rules, okay? We found an arm on the road. There's Angus looking great. There's Germ. Love Germ. Thought, become a fire ghost and yell at people. Still a good thought. There's me walking the power lines. F the cops. Never drink again or go into public. That's where I drank too many beers in front of Coolio. And then I felt really, really bad and almost puked in Bea's car. Ta-da, it's Selmers. She's a good poet. If I die, Selmers should write a poem about it. Yeah, big S. We love Selmers. The Bandit Queens. Oh, this is when we went to the mall and shoplifted with Bea. And then I found my way into the fountain controls and squirted random civilians with the fountain in the middle of the food court. There's me and Bea going to fix a furnace. We named it Mr. Clanky, and then we beat it with a baseball bat till the old woman upstairs would let us leave. There's when me and Greg stabbed each other, and I absolutely demolished him in a stabbing contest. There's Demon Tower, where I spent like an hour of my life on a minigame built inside the game. We beat it. No problem. There's Bruce, a weird old man we met in the forest. He lives next to the church. There's me smashing light bulbs with Greg. Pastor K seemed like a pretty cool person. There's a statue where we met some goth. That's where we met the pastor. We met the 3 weird goth kids. We found 2 of the 3 pentagrams, but not all of them. Then we met the janitor a few times. Still think he knows more than he's letting on. We went to Halloween's Horror Fest where we saw a murder. by this guy, who we ended up killing. It was great. We found a dead body. We found a gravedigger at the graveyard. Then we did some grave digging, found Little Joe's skull, found a bullet hole in it, and we thought that the ghost of Little Joe was the creature. Then we saw this art in the historical center, and now that I'm looking at it, it's actually the black goat. That's the creature that was communicating with us the whole time. That was the art we saw at the top of the historical society. Interesting. So they were like paying homage to it. Then we met this cute guy at a party with Bea. Then we bonded a little better. We said we're stuck together forever. This is weird shapes where I was bonding with Bea, and I said that I see the world as just shapes. That's when I was beating the hell out of that guy in high school. Then I fell into a pit. Rip Casey. What a game. All right, then. Oh, wait, I think it's just the opening sentence. Yeah, I don't really have anything left to do today. I don't have any more games, so I think we're just going to make this a short stream. And we're just going to call it for right now. If I can close the game, which hopefully I can. Alright. Yeah, overall, thought it was a really good game. Recommend it. So yeah, I got good plans for November. I got a number of games that I want to play. I'm not going to spoil any of them. But at least for tomorrow's Halloween, so we're going to be playing Luigi's Mansion. I'll get all dressed up in my Luigi gear, and we'll go through a run-through of that game tomorrow. Should be a good time. I'm a huge fan of the original Luigi's Mansion. We just finished playing Luigi's Mansion 3 a few days ago, so it'll be fun to see the differences between them and how far the franchise has come in 20 years. But yeah, sorry for the short stream. I just don't have anything else prepared for the day. So I will be back tomorrow for Luigi's Mansion, and we'll go from there. So bye.